What's going on, guys? Just a update about the shop. We are officially fixing to start. I just wanted to make this video and let you guys know the update. Turn around here, let you guys see what's going on in the shop. Not really much of nothing. I got some stuff hung up. I've been organizing tools. I'm still going through some of my toolboxes and trying to get the tools organized and get them cleaned up. Got everything pretty much where it's going to go and some other stuff. So I'll flip around. Got toolboxes over here. They're all set up. I'm still working on cleaning the tops. That box over there needs cleaning, but they all have different stuff in them. I ended up moving this table over here. So got this table in here with my punches and stuff. Moved the sandblast cabinet down. I got to put a hole in the wall to put the back outside, which is over there in the corner. But I got some of the banners up. I have our Goodmark Installation Center, which is what it used to be called. And before that, it was Craig Hopkins Rods and Customs. And then after that, it was AMD Installations. Then it was the Installation Center, and now it's aMAYSing Metalworks. So in here, I have brought in the B-body jig, because the first car that's coming in Thursday is a Roadrunner Convertible. That's going to be the first car we build. And also the next car that's coming this week is a 67 Firebird, I believe. 67, 68 Firebird. I think it's 67. And then we have another Firebird convertible coming. So I've got the jig for the Camaro floors in here. Got it greased up. Got the wheels all greased up. Everything's greased. All the arms, the feet, the wheels, everything's rolling good. I took the one that I've been building on YouTube off of this one, since I already had the floor put together, and put it on this jig, which this jig does Camaros and also does Novas. So this one's on here. I might tomorrow throw the quarters and tail panel and stuff and throw this thing together tomorrow and get this cart cleaned off, because this is the only cart I have for parts, and I'm gonna need this for the Roadrunner. Got wheelhouses, some tail panels, stuff up there, some cars we cut down. That was a wing car, Super B. And I have tons of parts up there. It's not where I wanted it to go, but that's where they're going for right now until I get the storage container emptied and I can get it moved and get it put where it needs to be. Bolt bends, got the time clock up. That's floor pan that's just hanging out. So I really wanted to come on here and just give a big thanks to all my big supporters, all the people who believed in me and pushed for this, because when the installation center closed down, I was pretty much done. I was like, I'm not going to build cars. I don't want to build cars anymore. I want to go just get a 9-to-5 job, work. Didn't really see building cars besides just building in my little barn. And it's, you guys push me. A lot of you guys push me. A lot of you guys help me. So I just wanted to come on and give thanks to everyone who supported me and believes in me and what I do. That way we can continue to make videos, and I plan on making a lot of good videos. I want to make a build series on the Camaro, one that is more in depth and straight to the point. I want better videos. I know you guys have heard it for a while, and you've heard me say that I want better videos, and I haven't done it, but it's coming. I promise you it's coming, and we're going to get started. I don't know when we'll get started on the videos, but I got to get money coming in first. So that's what we're worried about. We were having an issue with the Pro Spot. So I have the Pro Spot, is the one that we've had. It's a 3-phase machine. I was told that you could hook it up single phase by hooking up only the and the white wire, and it would work. It just wouldn't spot weld thick stuff. I tried that. It kept tripping my breaker, which was a 60 amp. Come to find out, they told me that it needed to be 100 amp in the breaker and it would have worked, but it was already too late. I tried the single phase with the red wire and the white wire, and I hit it. It would make one spot weld. It tripped the breaker. So I was like, well, that ain't going to work. So I ended up getting a phase converter that we built a car for a couple, and they actually sent me a phase converter here, and it is a R10. It's a 60 amp phase converter. I hooked it up. I bought like $100 panel, which was actually a $300 panel switch, 3 fuse 60 amp, and I had it hooked to the 60 amp breaker into the panel, and this had it all wired up. I went over to the machine, turned the machine on, it powered up just like it did when I had it wired into the panel on single phase. Machine came on, screen came on, I did one spot weld with it, I hit it, and next thing you know, it died, tripped the breaker. I was trying to find the spot weld, the piece. This is actually the little piece that I spot welded, and I tried to break it apart. So it spot welded one time and tripped the breaker. So I was like, well, that's not going to work, because I looked online and they said to be able to run a phase converter, it needs to be 2 to 1. So my Pro Spot is a 60 amp. So you needed a 120 amp phase converter. They're like $6,000, $7,000. Couldn't afford one. And then getting it wired in and then still not knowing if it's going to work. So I went to my last option. I brought in my military generator. It's a 60 kilowatt 3-phase military generator, and I didn't know that there was 2 legs of 3-phase, a 120 208 or something, or in a 308 400 or something like that. I didn't know. I seen the 120 208, and it has a little line in there that you unbolt this plate and you move it up a notch and line up the marks, and it does the 308 400. And I was thinking, well, that's 3-phase right there, because that's a lot of power. And I moved it up, wired it all in, checked all my terminals, had power on them, wired it all up, plugged it in, turned the switch, and the screen went black. I turned the switch off, and I turned it back on. When I turned it back on, I heard a pop. Well, it blew the fuse. I went down to the electric store here, got the only fuse they had. It was a 250 volt, 1 amp fuse. I went and got it, brought it home, and on the way home, I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? That 120 is single phase, or is 3-phase, but it's 120. Because I knew when I plugged in the machine, when I tested on each one of the terminals down in the plug, let's see, you have the ground, and then you have all 3 legs. Well, when I stuck my voltage meter down in there and touched each one, it was reading like 235 on each. And I knew it shouldn't. I was thinking it should be 120, 120, 120, and then 240 or whatever across any 2. And I knew, and I plugged it in anyways, because I was like, it's the last option. Maybe I'm wrong. I plugged it in, and I smoked it. So when I got back with the fuse, I changed the generator down to the 120, put the new fuse in it, and checked them, and they were 120 on each leg. I plugged the machine in, turned it on. The screen was black. I turned it off. I turned it back on, and when I did, I seen smoke come out the back. There's like a little board in there. It's not even a board. It's like 4 transistors in a row on this one little piece that screws off. And I looked them up. They're like $20 each. I think that's what it smoked, because I could smell them and they were real hot. So it might could get fixed. And everybody was like, well, you need to just fix that one. You can get it fixed. And I was like, well, if I pay all that money out to get it fixed, I'm still in the same boat. I don't have 3-phase electric. So I was like, I'm done. I don't know if this is what God wants me to do. It's just like, it's not happening. It seems like there's things that just keep happening, and I'm not going to be able to do this. I just felt like maybe it was time just to give up on it and move on. But you guys told me to don't lose faith, which I wasn't losing faith. I ain't going to lose faith. I just felt like maybe this wasn't what God wanted me to do. But then, everybody pointed out that, the devil's going to try and stop you at all costs. So, maybe it was the devil trying to stop me. So, I contacted ProSpot, talked with them. They recommended that I get a GYS or something. It's like $22,000. And I was like, well, I don't know. I can't. And I will still be facing 3-phase. And they said, well, you need to get the PHS 101. It's a hybrid. And it will get you by. It's a battery operated machine. It runs off 110, which you don't run it off of 110. You plug it in for 5 hours and it charges in 5 hours, and you can use it. And they told me it'll do like 400 spot welds. So I looked for one. I found one on Facebook Marketplace from a company that is out of Birmingham, Alabama. They had one. It was $11,000. First thing I said is, do you finance? Because I ain't got no money. All my money's gone. Like, I've spent all my money trying to get this going, on top of spending other people's money that, blessed me with this shop and everything that I have already. I was like, I can't do that. And I was like, do you do financing? And they're like, no, we don't do no financing. And I was like, well, I couldn't get financed anyways, because I've been without a job since November. So how can I prove that I have an income? They are not going to finance you anything without an income. So I ended up going to bed, and I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about it all night. I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, man, the first car coming in is trying to come. He's knocking the door down, trying to get his car in. I'm like, man, if I could just get these few cars in, I'll have the money to buy the spot welder. And I was like, I just got to get to that point. And I didn't know what to do. I prayed on it, and I was up most of the night, and I messaged somebody that has helped me tremendously, like a lot. Have been like a mother to me, and I told her that I was having some issues, and that I probably wasn't going to be able to do the shop, and I wasn't going to be able to do what I'm supposed to do, and like I just feel like God's saying that this ain't what I need to do. And the next morning, because it was like late, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I sent the message to her. I was like, it's just I'm feeling down and I don't know what to do. And the next morning she messaged, she said, you and bring your pretty wife over to the house. I'm going to give you the money to go get that spot welder. So it was a blessing. Like I don't even know. I mean, it was a blessing. Like, she's already done so much for me, so much for me and Aaron. And again, that was what this video was, to tell you guys thank you for all the support. And I hope I don't disappoint when we come back and start making cars. But I'm gonna flip around here because I've had some people that have already asked if I got it because they knew that I was supposed to be getting it today. The Pro Spot was delivered. I'm gonna flip around here and show you guys it and then talk a little bit more. So this is the Pro Spot PHS 101, and it is battery powered. It's pretty heavy because there's some batteries down in there. It's got all the arms, and that was one thing I was worried about, is if it had these kind of arms, because we had an i4S and it wouldn't work. The arms just would not do what they needed to do. This here has been a great machine. I'll probably sell it if anybody's interested. I don't know. I talked with the Pro Spot guy, and he said it probably wouldn't take much to fix it. He's got a guy in Atlanta that could do it. But anyways, this is it. And it has the exact same arms. It's got the fingers. It's got the small arm. It's got the small one, the medium one. It's got the wheelhouse one. It's got the dent puller. It's got the single side. It's got the big arm. It's got parts in there. This is the cord. Plug it in, 110, and charge it 5 hours overnight. Push button. You just push the button. It comes up. It tells you the battery percentage, everything. Your weld time, weld power high, cooling on or off, and you can actually go scroll through and you can go see your weld info, weld count, battery status. Click on that, telling me the batteries, 4 batteries. So yeah, this thing, he brought it out and I was kind of skeptical about it. But he ended up welding some pieces over here. He welded these 3 spots, and I was like, man, that thing's good. And one of them he welded and then just kept bending and twisting until it finally broke the weld. But I mean, it like tore a hole in it. But them 2 he welded, and I was like, well, I'm worried about like frame rails and stuff. Like, that's the main thing. I got to weld through frame rails and put a spot weld on it. And I went over and I grabbed a piece of 1/8. Like, it's thicker than the frame rail. And I'll show you guys. This is the 1/8 piece. I mean, you can see how thick it is. It's thick. He left it on 400, and the weld power was just on high already. And he hit it, and that thing, I mean, it put it in there. Like, you can see the mark through that. So this thing, I believe it's going to be awesome. You know, as long as it can keep up with me and my speed, it's going to be great. Like I say, all I got, I don't have to drag no big cable around with it. All I do is hook my airline up, and it's got the high pressure gun. It actually has the updated software in it, and it has the heavy duty Odyssey batteries in it. He told me 90-day warranty on the machine, 36-month warranty on the batteries. He said, but these things literally don't hardly ever have anything go wrong with them except for batteries over time. But 36 months on the batteries, he said I shouldn't have no problem with it. He also told me if I needed anything else, all the parts or any of the disposable pieces, the electrodes and stuff, that he sells all those, and he'll get them for me. And another good thing about this welder, man, this thing's portable. So, like, if I go do Mr. Charlie's car again, or travel to help you guys do it, I can throw this thing in the truck, in the trailer, and bring it with me, and we don't have to do no plug welding. We can do spot welding. and save time and get some stuff knocked out. So that's behind having this too, is that if I want to load up the trailer and come to somebody's house and bless them like I've been blessed by doing some work on their car, I can do it. But anyways, that's the shop. Been going 20 minutes. Wanted to give you guys an update. Thursday, Roadrunner Convertible coming, and we're going to get cranking on this. I'm trying to get a game plan on what I'm going to do for videos, and I will let you guys know. I know I told everybody thanks, but the main person that I want to thank is the Lord Jesus Christ Almighty. You know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have none of this stuff. Like, if it wasn't for the Lord and being obedient and listening to the Lord when he says do things, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't even be up here in the mountains. I mean, my whole journey to up here to even coming into being able to build these kind of cars and stuff started with the Lord talking to me one night and told me to move to the mountains. And I was obedient and I did what I said, and it has been nothing but blessing after blessing after blessing. I love you guys. We're at 21 minutes. I'm going to move on. Please like, share, subscribe if you hadn't to my YouTube channel. I'll probably post this on Facebook and also on YouTube. So go check me out on YouTube, aMAYSing Metalworks, and it's spelled aMAYSing Metalworks. I'm gonna have to make sure I flip the camera around so that it's not backwards. Yeah, everything's backwards. So love you guys. God bless you all. Praying for each and every one of you. If you need prayers, like I say, hit me up, comment, message, email, jubymays@gmail.com. Let me know. Love you. I'll see you on the next video.